Buen Camino! It's me, Eddie Rock, and thanks for tuning in to the Camino Sinners channel. On this week's episode, we'll be talking about books about the Camino. So let's move on to what I believe is one of the funniest books ever written about the Camino. The Sinner's Guide by me, Eddie Rock. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Sinner's Guide. He who is without sin, throw the first stone. Is that right? Who said that? I can't remember. But I know one thing. Throwing stones isn't clever and it can get you into trouble. Now I should know. So let's look at the back cover there. Quite interesting. Got a picture of me with my big smiley face. Sunglasses. I think they were about my 184th pair. A map, because I was always getting lost. Harmonica. Learned to play the harmonica on the Camino, I did. And a shell. I can't remember what I did with a shell. But never mind. So let's have a little look about what it says. Aspiring travel writer Eddie Rock, that's me, has hit hard times. Nothing new there. Following in the footsteps of countless saints and sinners before him, Rock, that's me, travels the well-trodden road to Santiago de Compostela in search of enlightenment, probably of the wrong kind back then, salvation, because I sure needed saving, forgiveness, because I sure needed forgiving, because I was a real naughty person back in the day, you know. I got up to all sorts. I was a bit of a rascal, you know, a bit of a rascal. And with a full cast of strange and interesting characters, spectacular places, plenty of wine, a lot of wine drunk, you know, on the Camino, a lot of wine, beer and other things. Rock's book is honest and entertaining as he takes readers on a long walk of alcoholic indiscretions, yet again, more brushes with the law, can never seem to avoid them, accidental applications of deep heat in the wrong places. Now, if you've ever done that, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's very, very painful. Now, anyway, this book, lightweight. Get it in your backpack, no problem whatsoever. But if you are a lightweight, you can get the Amazon Kindle version, which will adapt to any device you may particularly have. So there we are, without further ado, Eddie Rock, The Camino, A Sinner's Guide. Fabulous read, thoroughly recommend it. Thanks very much for watching. Moving on to book number 2. Would you believe this book's in Spanish? By the same author, Eddie Rock, that's me yet again. Guía para pecadores. Now that means a guide for sinners in Spanish. So there you go, a little lesson thrown in. Pictures inside, like that. Spanish writing, as you can believe, because I didn't want the good Spanish people to be without the experience of this book. I don't know why I wasn't allowed pictures like that in my new book, but I wasn't. But never mind. Next week, we'll be moving on to a book by Brazilian wizard Pablo Coelho. Sounds more like a gangster tripping. Paulo Coelho, apparently, is called. Paulo Coelho. Sorry about that. Pablo Coelho, Paulo Coelho. You know. Also, Haper Kirkling, I'll Be Off Then. The German comedian. I reviewed that book, read that book the other week. You know, so good luck to Mr. Kirkling there. And also we shall be reviewing Dame Shirley MacLaine's book on the Camino. So thanks for tuning in today. Keep tuned in to the Eddie Rock channel, where we will be off out and about in the Galician countryside soon, reviewing various things, items of culture, beverages and foods. We will also be going back on the Camino with me, Eddie Rock, starting in Roncesvalles in April. So keep tuned in for Eddie Rock, back once again with a renegade master of ill behaviour, back on the Camino. So anyway, over and out from me. Adios and buen camino, everybody.